What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and I am here today to preview Minecraft Story Mode Season 2, Episode 1, Hero in Residence. Now, this game comes out July 11th on basically every console, PS4, Xbox One, PC, mobile devices, all sorts. Now, for Episode 1, I'm going to more or less talk about Minecraft Story Mode as a whole. As we get through to different episodes and this season progresses, I can talk more specifically about what we may see in them. But this one, we don't have a ton to work with. We don't even have an entire plot of what's going on. What we do know is this is the continuation of Minecraft Story Mode Season 1, a game that came out several years ago. Actually, we did Let's Plays, and we talked about it on Podcast Now when it first came out. I actually quite enjoyed it. There were some rough episodes in Season 1. They originally had episodes 1 through 5, and then shortly, I think around episode 4, they announced they were going to have episodes 6, 7, and 8. They were going to extend Season 1. And I honestly, at that time, I thought that was the stupidest thing ever. But then when they came out, I actually really enjoyed them. I thought that those were the best episodes of the entire season. And I thought overall they saved Minecraft. Minecraft Story Mode was, I'd say over the first 5 episodes, very iffy. It had some strong points. Episode 4 and Episode 5 were pretty strong, but it wasn't very good overall. But 6, 7, and 8 really, to me, brought out what I think Minecraft was and what a game like this should be. I thought that having it be kind of like these mini adventures of these different worlds and different characters and different environments and really different stories. They get to do a lot of different kinds of storytelling. You know, we got the Halloween one where it was the haunted mansion with the pumpkin head. We got like the sentient beings with the machines that were kind of taking over everybody's mind. We got a lot of really cool stuff out of this, and now we're back. So season 2, I'm pretty sure we kind of knew season 2 was going to happen anyway. And episode 1, Hero in Residence, is coming out. We got some returning characters, but we don't have confirmation or certainty that they're technically all back. So we know Jesse is obviously back, right? The main character. You can play as him or her. Patton Oswalt does the voice acting of the male version. So you got obviously the protagonist, the main character, coming back, who you're going to play as. You got Petra, who's voiced by Ashley Johnson, who is Ellie and many other things. She was fantastic in the first one. I thought she was definitely a highlight. But as far as we know, that's pretty much it. We don't know where everybody else is as of now. We're seeing the gameplay of it going on right now. Like, we're seeing part of episode 1. We are missing some key characters that I feel definitely will return. Like Ivor and Lucas and stuff like that. You don't leave strong characters like that out. I'm sure we'll have returning characters, and that's good because, like I said, as we got into story mode season 1, I think a character like Ivor, voiced by Pee Wee Herman, a character like Ivor really stood out and really was a main character, a character that you liked, of this kind of villain friend kind of person. And he had a really cool relationship with the characters, being this, he was the villain of the first 4 episodes, and then he ended up being a good person, with their group that they had assembled. And as far as we know, I assume that they will continue. But what do we got from this game? Well, this game, firstly, just by looking at it, it does look much improved, and that is honestly going to be something that I am looking for more than anything else, because while I like the look of Minecraft Story Mode, and it does look like what a Telltale Minecraft game would be, it was blatantly obvious that by the end of season 1, the engine had just fallen apart. They got like too far for their own engine. Now they've made some strides in recent time. Walking Dead: A New Frontier was very good looking. It's the best looking Telltale game they've made, and I'm happy about that because, like I said, the Minecraft one, by episodes 6, 7, and 8, just did not stand up. They looked awful. They didn't even look done. And if I have any complaints with episodes 6, 7, 8, it's that. I love the story. I love what they did with it. I love the word loved. I love those 3 episodes. Those were good games. But they ran awful. And something that really upset me as we kept going on is they did some really weird stuff with the voices and how they talked, in that, you know, when you make choices in these games, obviously, now this is a choice-based game. You make decisions. Your decisions affect the outcome of your story. Obviously, it's Telltale, so you're going to get to the end point no matter what, but, you know, things will change on the way there. But when you have to make sentence-based decisions, when you have like 3 choices to make, I don't know what they did for, I think it was episode 7 and episode 8. The choices I would make, I would click. Firstly, it would almost be nothing like what I clicked and what they said, but you know that sometimes happens. That is something that we've talked about before. That's tough for writers to nail exactly what you think the character is going to say when you pick that choice. But what I don't like is the audio of the character was saying different words than if you have the subtitles on and you see the writing. The writing was different than the words that they were saying, to the point where entire sentences were completely changed. The writing would be one thing, but they'd be saying something completely different. Literally, if there was a sentence of 10 words, 6 or 7 words would not be the same. And that like really ticked me off, because like that is awful. Like who was in communication? What I'm basically saying is these games had issues. Telltale is not the the bright star company of these technical feats. They're pretty awful. They overall need to update their engines and really build something from the ground up, which they don't have time to do when they're making 15,000 things all at once. But I sound critical, and I am, because in this Season 2, Episode 1, I'm really going to look for technical things. It's the start of a new story. And sometimes those aren't very strong. I know Episode 1 of Season 1 wasn't very good, in my opinion. I didn't like it. So I don't even know if this is going to be that great, but I'm just hoping it looks better, and it does look better. I'll give it that. It looks way better. But I want things to work. I want the engine to work. I want how it looks to work. I want the writing and audio to work. I want everything to work. But what we see so far is very impressive to me. I like it. I like what we are seeing with this, like a preview kind of gameplay of it. We get the familiar faces. We get more fighting. And the fighting is something, I like the story choice-based parts of Minecraft. The fighting is cool. The QuickTime events, I think, the QuickTime events are strong in Minecraft, I'd say that. The fighting, when you get into it, where you can see it on like the big Colossus kind of enemies that Jesse's fighting, and you have to dodge and you have to like swipe, and it shows your health bar and your energy. The energy's new, by the way, that was not there in Season 1, but the health is the same. Those are, it's I guess it's just something they have to put in the game. It's nothing special. It's not like my favorite part of the game. Like I said, I enjoy more of the choice-based, and we see the choice-based at the end of this gameplay, having to pick Petra or their new character, I think Jack. So we get new choices, obviously, and just like always, I hope that it really does influence the game. We see that he loses his eye because you picked Petra. Now I'd pick Petra too, because I think you're supposed to, in a way, pick her, just because you've been with her for 8 episodes. I have a feeling you'd like her enough at this point to pick her. But so obviously the choice-based things are back as well. So everything's returning. This is a continuation of Minecraft, and they did a really fantastic job with episodes 6, 7, 8, even 5 in a way. Was pretty strong, because it was setting up this whole, like, every episode's going to be this unique adventure. And now I don't know what Season 2 is going to be about. I don't know if it's going to be this 5, no, it's confirmed right now, 5 episodes, so they're doing 5 episodes. Now they could change it again and do 8 like they did with Season 1, but honestly I don't think they're going to do that. I think it'll be 5. What I'd be worried about and wary of is if it's going to be like season 1, if these episodes 1 through 5 is going to kind of be this whole big arc, this big story villain arc, because it didn't work, in my opinion. It did not work for story mode season 1. It just didn't. When they got more inventive and more creative and started branching out, that is when it worked. When there really was no central villain, each episode had its own dilemma and had its own villain. But to try and tell a story over 5 episodes of a game like this, which it just doesn't fit. And I think they realized that. I hope they realized that at the end of season 1. So I'm interested to see how season 2 pans out. We are going to have Let's Plays. I'm going to have a review of it. And we'll have previews of the upcoming episodes as well. So once episode 1 is done, we'll obviously know where episode 2 and so on are going, so I can have a more in-depth preview of what literally is going to happen in the next episodes. But that is my analysis, that's my preview of Minecraft Story Mode Season 2, Episode 1, Hero in Residence. Let me know what you guys think of this video in general and also the game. If you've played Minecraft Story Mode, if you're excited for Season 2, if you played Season 1, how far did you get in season 1? I know a lot of people don't play the full seasons. I play every single episode of every Telltale game. A lot of people don't do that though. So I'm interested to see in what you guys thought. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Podcast Now. Make sure you like and share this video, and I will see you guys on the next preview.